you come and serve in the army, otherwise we'll put a bullet in your head.
I'm here outside Whitehall with Mario.
Hi.
Thank you for speaking to me. Lessons for Life 24/7 is the channel. Why are you here today?
So I came here today with a small group of Syrian activists, and we're here to raise awareness about what's currently happening in northern Syria, in Idlib, which is currently enduring aerial bombardments committed by the Russian Air Force and the Assad regime's Air Force.
And do you come up against people on the Palestinian side who say, you know, Bashar al-Assad is on the side of perhaps anti-imperialism and has always stood against Israel, and his country is occupied by Israel? Is there some tension there? I said just from the conversations, right?
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's a common belief that a lot of people who tend to support the Palestinian struggle have. It's a misguided belief. It's not correct. The Assad regime is a dictatorship. It has never supported the Palestinian cause. In fact, it's even perpetrated massacres against Palestinian people in Lebanon.
When was this?
So I can give you one example. 1976,
Okay.
the Tel
That's
Aviv.
Hafez al-Assad, right?
That's right.
His father.
That's right.
But you see them as a continuation of the same thing?
I do. I see Bashar al-Assad as somebody who literally inherited the presidency from his father, like a monarchy.
Like a lot of regimes in the Middle East.
Exactly, precisely, yeah.
But didn't they give refuge to Hamas? The Hamas headquarters were in Damascus. Khalid Mashal was operating out of there.
Yeah, so the Assad regime, Hafez al-Assad and Bashar al-Assad have long played the game of rhetoric and political expediency, but it's purely for their own interests.
And Hamas have fled Syria. They're now in Qatar, I believe.
I'm not sure about where the exiled Hamas people are.
Okay, but
yeah.
I believe they have said on the Syrian issue that they are neutral. They haven't sided with one or the other.
Hamas?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't think that's entirely correct. I mean, I do remember, what is it, Mishal, is it?
Khalid Mashal.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I think he was very pro-Syrian Revolution, as I remember a number of years ago. Well, up until 3 years ago, I'd say. I think they may have... I mean, the Palestinians have their own, and Hamas have their own struggle, and that's what they're concentrating on. But there is plenty of Palestinians there are plenty of Palestinians who are in solidarity with the Syrian struggle. I myself am quarter Palestinian. My grandmother was from Haifa.
Okay. Just going into the Palestinian faction slightly.
Sure.
The PFLP General Command.
Yep.
They are a faction that have sided with the Assad regime.
I mean that was
they're far left. I don't know if that's relevant.
Yeah, you are correct.
Okay.
But let me tell you about the PFLP General Command.
Yeah.
They were actually a front that was basically started by Hafez al-Assad in order to snitch against their other activists in the rival Palestinian factions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you say to people that say the Syrian Revolution might have been well-meaning at the beginning, but has descended into sectarian conflict, and that as bad as Bashar al-Assad is, his enemies might be worse because they are head choppers and Salafists who want to impose strict Islamic rule on what has traditionally been a secular, multi-faith, multi-ethnic country?
Well, I mean, we can compare this to the Palestinian issue. You know, Hamas are an Islamist organization. Ideologically, they believe in that.
I mean, that's why if anyone's going to be with the Syrian Revolution, it would be them, I'm guessing.
It could do,
as their Muslim Brotherhood in origin.
Look, there is a huge popular movement against the Assad regime. Part of that, and within that there are various factions. Part of that might be Islamist, and even in that category you have subcategories of different kinds of Islamist, okay? A large part of the Syrian opposition are not Salafi jihadists, they're not Islamists, a lot of them are secular.
Muslim Brotherhood, would that be a strong...
The Muslim Brotherhood are largely irrelevant now. Okay. They were mainly an opposition party that were mainly active prior to the revolution. The majority of Syrian opposition people are basically civilians, civil society.
Okay.
And they're fighting for their freedom as individuals, for their dignity, for democracy and for human rights.
Aren't the majority of the Syrian army, the Syrian Arab army, also, well, they're not civilians, but they're conscripted, so they're taken from the general population? There must be a representative of a cross-section of Syria if conscription is forced upon them.
Well, initially they were, but a large number of them have defected since 2011 over the years, and that's the bulk of where the Free Syrian Army came from. They were defectees from the army. Conscription under a dictatorship means you come and serve in the army, otherwise we'll put a bullet in your head.
Okay, so service at gunpoint. Mario, thank you for speaking to me. I have to be harsh, I have to put the other side. You've been really friendly about it. I do appreciate it.
My pleasure.
I hope I see you again.